we have our Jeremy Fowler here to preview the matchup. And I want to start talking about the Ravens because the running back room took an absolute beating this preseason. But you know one player that is ready to step up. So what can you tell us about that?
Well, LeVeon Bell is ready to make an immediate impact in Baltimore. He's trying to get his spot back, a former All-Pro who's been out of the game for a little bit, didn't work out in Kansas City and New York. But I recently texted with Bell. He said, look, I've been prioritizing a team that utilizes the running back position. I believe I'm still in my prime at age 29, and I'm not going to waste another snap. I'm going to go after it. And so he's on the practice squad right now, along with Devontae Freeman. I do expect Baltimore to call up at least one of those players to the active roster for tonight, maybe even both because of the running back depth. They like Freeman as well. I expect both those guys to be in the mix over the next few weeks because of their depth issues. Now, Tyson Williams, a young player, is somebody that they like. They like his explosiveness, but he doesn't have a lot of experience. So you got Latavius Murray to help, and you got LeVeon Bell.
So that's tonight, of course. Let's talk about week one as it happened on Sunday and before that, of course. Lots of surprising things happening. What was the biggest surprise for you, Jeremy?
Well, the biggest surprise on the surface is Jalen Hurts. I'm not necessarily surprised that he played well. I heard he had an awesome preseason training camp, like really impressed the coaches and the players in Philadelphia. But I think to the active fan, they might be a little surprised by what they saw. Atlanta's defense is not good. This is not the 1985 Chicago Bears, mind you. But Hurts came out and was just ultra efficient. 3 touchdown passes, 260-plus yards, 60-plus rushing yards. That's something that the average fan was probably surprised by.
So we talked earlier in the show about some of our winners and losers of the NFL season. There was a lot of disappointment. What do you think was the biggest disappointment of week one?
I'm going to go Tennessee. The Titans are usually a team that are very tough. You know, at the very least, they're going to kind of just try to outmuscle you and grind out games. And it just felt like they were off from the start. You had Taylor Lewan, the left tackle, giving up 5 sacks to Chandler Jones. Very uncharacteristic. It showed when they traded for Julio Jones, this was a team that was all in right now. They feel like they're a player away. And the offense just didn't really have much of the spark that we're used to seeing. I do expect them to rebound and get it together. They have too much talent, and they have Derrick Henry. They'll be able to control the game most weeks, but they just came out pretty flat. Julio Jones with just the 3 catches for 29 yards. So you got to see that Ryan Tannehill-Julio Jones connection come to fruition. There were some questions about how it would work. It looks like it's going to take a little time.
Love hearing that Jeremy Fowler analysis here on Sports Nation. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.